It was a beautiful Parisian summer day, and I was heading to the 9th arrondissement Mairie with my boy from Australia, J-Rock.
Yeah, what's up? Doesn't that look like street food?
We had come to see Sphère d'Influence, an exhibit made by Kevin Couliau, a veteran and famous in the basketball community French photographer, most well known for his documentary with Bobito Garcia, Doin in the Park. And I had contacted the man behind the camera for a tour of his exhibit.
Hey, I'm Kevin Couliau, basketball photographer since 2004. So I'm French, originally from Nantes, city on the west coast of France. I moved to Paris in 2005 and kept documenting basketball from my hometown to Paris to all around the world for the past 15 years. And this is my first exhibition in Paris, first solo exhibition. It's called the Sphere of Influence. So it's basically a gathering of 50 of my photos that I captured from 2009 to 2017. They do a lot of things with basketball in this part of Paris. So yeah, they approached me a year ago, and we really started working like 3 months ago on the exhibition. So this is the first room where like people for the inauguration came and did the selfies, and I put the caption and the description about the show. It's really like Parisian, and I'm bringing like something that is really like street and basketball, outdoor basketball. So it was tough to find the right layout. Here it's the Europe room, if I may say, because you have like photos here from Couliau, the basketball court. So this is the main basketball court in the 9th arrondissement that has been like pushed by the city hall and this guy called Stéphane Achpoul, which he managed to renovate basketball court and create a real community and energy in his neighborhood in Couliau, and every like 2 or 3 years they renovate the basketball court. Here you have like 2 photos from Italy, which I shot quite recently. So I had this claim that I called the park is my church, where I try to associate like basketball with religion. I'm an atheist, but I believe in basketball. That's to me like basketball was my guide during my entire life. So that's why I'm trying to show like, just that how like, religious can be the sport. We have more photos from Paris. This is the photo from the cover, and this is in the Jardin de Luxembourg, which is an old garden we have in Paris, and you have all these like typical chairs that are protected. People try to steal these chairs because they are like so famous, and it's like, but they are protected. And the basketball court over there is also part of the national history, and they don't have lines, they just have one basketball hoop, but they can't really modify and add lines because it's controlled by the Senate. We have my friend Rim, who's recently converted Muslim, and so she's not playing basketball with this, but she had like an outfit to play the game. Here you have like Torbiac, recently renovated by the NBA. Here is Guérir, one of the most legendary courts in Paris, but that was recently torn down to be replaced by what we call a city stand. And the great thing about this one is that in 1958, like Will Chamberlain came and played on this hoop, and there are like photos, archival photos of this, which is pretty amazing. And here on this construction, we have 6 photos from New York and Africa. 2 New York here, you have Nigeria, back you have Iceland. So each room has more or less like 15 photos. And here we are entering one of the other rooms, but this one is mostly focused on the States. Here you have a lot of Chicago, which is one of my favorite cities to shoot basketball because it has such a deep history, especially outdoors. You have like 2 Chicago, you have one more Senegal here, but here is Chicago again. New York City, the part of my church again in Chicago. Then you have Record Park, legendary Record Park here. Toronto too, like that a huge basketball scene in Toronto that is growing, and I shot this African kid dunking in Toronto. So he is a product of Giants of Africa, an NGO I work with. You get the chance to go to Toronto a few times, and I was there last time, and yeah, he has a massive harp scene. Here we have one in New York, this court in New Jersey, which is one of the most beautiful courts I've seen in my life. This is also New York. We shot this photo when we were filming Doing It in a Park with Bobby Togarcia. We were chasing for these kind of scenes, kids playing on milk crates. And finally, it was 2010. One day we found these two kids playing on the milk crates, and I managed to capture that photo at sunset. We have Mexico City and Togo here too. I do a lot of NGO work, so I get the chance to shoot a lot of basketball in Africa. This is in Uganda, one of my favorite photos from the show.
Doing it amongst the palm trees would be fucking so nice.
This one is insane, yeah, because it could be like in Asia, but no, it's in Africa. You have this beautiful red and blue court with the hills in the back, and yeah, that's Uganda has a good basketball scene. This is in Senegal too, and the last room is over there. So yeah, this is the last room. We have some photos from the Philippines here, from Asia. The Philippines is quite amazing because kids play barefoot, and they're like just the most creative people when it comes to building a basketball hoop. Togo again with this beautiful warriors hoop, Japan, Rwanda, and Nigeria again. And so the challenge with these rooms is that you have so many doors and so many mirrors and stuff that I need space to exhibit, right? So we use the mirrors and we use the natural frame of the mirrors to frame the photos and put them big. So this one was shot in Rwanda during the Giants of Africa camp. And this one was in Senegal with a guy, he's the cousin of Gorgui Dieng, the player from the Minnesota Timberwolves. I was with Gorgui in his hometown for a few days, and I managed to shoot his cousin playing on basketball court while we were talking, so that was fun. And here you have Senegal again. This is one of my favorites for sure. When I just want to be the best t-shirt, which I love. This was in Cape Town. Really graphic stuff that people really liked. And the last two shots are here. Hong Kong and Thailand. So Hong Kong is hands down to me the place where you have the most beautiful basketball courts in the world. Just because it's so dense and they have like this style of colors and designing the courts. So that was the show. Hope you liked it.
Thanks very much. Yeah, it was great. It was great. Yeah, it's really nice in here. You've done a great job. Emeric, an aspiring French dunker who I had filmed recently, was randomly at the exhibit at the exact same time.
Sur l'influence, sur le basket, voilà notre élément. On kiffe ça, avec des bonnes valeurs. C'est un lieu d'échange, voilà, un lieu social avec des valeurs, fair play, tout ça, c'est super intéressant.
It truly was a privilege to meet the man who shared his passion of basketball that so many of us share in such a way.